Samsung Galaxy S24 FE vs Galaxy S23 FE, what's new? Hello my dear friends, how are you? I hope you are well and in good health. Today I have a new and very important video with you, which is Samsung Galaxy S24 FE vs Galaxy S23 FE, what's new? I hope you like it, but before watching the video, subscribe to the channel to receive everything new. Now let's watch the video. Samsung has continued its fan edition tradition with the new Samsung Galaxy S24 FE, offering a more budget-friendly alternative to the full-fat Samsung Galaxy S24. But how does it compare to last year's Samsung Galaxy S23 FE? Although it may not look much different at first glance, the Galaxy S24 FE represents a healthy upgrade over its predecessor. This includes not only a larger screen, but also a much-needed boost to processing power and a larger battery. However, the Galaxy S24 FE had a slightly higher RRP than the S23 FE at launch, and now the S23 FE is available for a much lower price. So, which model should you choose? To make that decision a little easier, we've compared the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE to its predecessor, the Samsung Galaxy S23 FE. Here, pricing. The Samsung Galaxy S24 FE is available to pre-order now ahead of its launch on October 3rd, although it will set you back £8,649, with 128GB of storage and 8GB of RAM. However, this represents an increase of £50/$50 over the Samsung Galaxy S23 FE, which started at a more reasonable £599/$599 and has dropped in price since then. It's available for around £425 on Amazon at the time of writing, and that price is likely to drop further once the Galaxy S24 FE officially launches in early October. The Samsung Galaxy S24 FE has a larger screen. One of the most immediately noticeable differences between the Galaxy S24 FE and S23 FE is the screen size. Samsung decided to increase the screen of this year's model by 0.3 inches, making it the same size as the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus's 6.7-inch screen. The difference is not limited to the large size of the screen, it even has a higher peak brightness at 1900 nits compared to 1450 nits for enhanced daylight visibility, and it's protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus instead of the S23 FE's old Gorilla Glass 5. Samsung Galaxy S24 FE. But while the S24 FE's screen has increased in size, its resolution has not, as it has the same 1080 by 2340 resolution as its predecessor. As a result, the older model has a higher pixel density at 403p compared to the new model's 385p, although how clear that is in real-world use is debatable. The Samsung Galaxy S24 FE is supposed to be more powerful. Last year's Samsung Galaxy S23 FE had a processor split, meaning it was powered by a different chip depending on where you were in the world. The US model gets the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, which is the flagship chipset of choice in 2022, while those in the UK, Europe and other regions get Samsung's homegrown Exynos 2200 chipset. Samsung Galaxy S23 FE. Image source, trusted reviews. There's no such chipset split this year, instead it has the same Exynos 2400E no matter where it's sold. It's essentially a slightly less powerful version of the flagship chipset found in the Samsung Galaxy S24, in the UK, anyway, which should provide a 2-year jump in processing power between the devices. This should translate into a more efficient mid-range phone, equipped with the same 8GB of RAM as the Galaxy S24, and has a slightly larger vapor heatsink to keep the phone cool when gaming too. The Samsung Galaxy S24 FE has a larger battery. Samsung has beefed up its larger Galaxy S24 FE with a larger battery than its predecessor. Well, you've got to power that big 6.7-inch screen somehow. However, the difference isn't huge, as the S24 FE offers a 4700 mAh battery instead of the 4500 mAh cell of last year's Galaxy S23 FE, with the same 25 watts wire charging and 15 watts wireless charging. Samsung Galaxy S24 FE, however, We found that the Galaxy S23 FE was actually able to last through the day with moderate use, so there's a chance the S24 FE could carry you through a second day of use, but that's something we'll have to investigate with benchmarks tests. However, with a slightly larger cell inside, we expect slightly slower charging speeds than the S23 FE's full charge, which took 97 minutes in our benchmarks tests. Both smartphones offer Galaxy I Smart features regardless of whether you opt for the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE or the one-year-old Galaxy S23 FE. You'll have access to Galaxy I Smart features. While it wasn't available on the S23 FE at launch, it got a host of features as part of the One UI 6.1 update earlier this year, bringing parity between the two devices. But there is a problem: you won't get the full suite of Galaxy I features from either of these smartphones, but instead offer less processor-intensive I features like Live Translate, writing tools, and the ability to transcribe and summarize audio recordings. Those who want the full Galaxy I experience, with elements like Sketch to Image that lets you create photorealistic images from basic doodles, will have to opt for the flagship Galaxy S24 range or Samsung's recent foldable phones. Early judgment: it's hard to deny that the larger screen, faster processor, and larger battery make the Galaxy S24 FE a more tempting option compared to the Galaxy S23 FE. However, the much cheaper price of the older model, especially with the S24 FE due out next week, may push some to the older device. The Samsung Galaxy S24 FE offers notable upgrades over the Galaxy S23 FE, especially in performance and design. Main differences: the Galaxy S24 FE is powered by the globally consistent Exynos 2400E chipset, offering a significant boost over the Exynos 2200 of the S23 FE. An offer: the S24 FE features a larger 6.7-inch AMOLED display with a peak brightness of 1200, making it more visible in bright outdoor conditions. The S23 FE, by comparison, has a 6.4-inch AMOLED display with lower brightness. Artificial intelligence and software: the S24 FE introduces advanced AI tools such as image feedback and drawing assistance, along with improvements to existing features. Both models run Samsung's proprietary user interface and will receive 7 years of software support refrigeration. To handle higher performance demands, the S24 FE includes an 11% larger vapor chamber for better heat management cameras. Both models have similar camera settings: a 50-megapixel main sensor, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, a 10-megapixel telephoto, and a 10-megapixel selfie camera. However, the S24 FE benefits from better image processing and noise reduction in certain scenarios. Battery and charging: both phones pack a 4,500 mAh battery with 25 watts charging support, ensuring similar endurance. Price: the S24 FE starts at $649, which is slightly higher than the S23 FE's $599 launch price, reflecting the upgrade's bottom line. The Galaxy S24 FE is a compelling upgrade for users looking for better performance, a larger screen, and enhanced high capabilities. However, if budget is a priority, the S23 FE is still a solid choice. At the end of the video, thank you for watching and see you in a new video.